Yes.
See. So here if I want to run my application, I have to use the emulator. Emulator is nothing but it's a virtual device. So to run my Android application, either I can use I can run on emulator, or directly I can run the real device, means a real Android device. Or we have one more tool. The tool is called Genie Motion. The tool is called Genie Motion. So now, if I take the emulator fast is depends on the system fast and the real device. The real device means your real device means whatever Android phones you are using, that real device. Guys, are able to hear? Hello, are you able to
Yes,
hear?
sir.
Yeah, okay. So real device means our real Android. Otherwise, we have one more tool called Genie Motion. But if you run your Android application in real device, the environment and the deployment means the running capacity is a little bit fast. At the same time, I can use the Genie Motion also. Genie Motion is one different software which is provided by the company is called Genie Motion. The purpose of the Genie Motion is it contains some extra features like whatever features contain the phones, the same features available. So to download the Genie Motion, we can download the website www.geniemotion.com. From the website, we can download the Genie Motion. But before that, it will ask some credentials, or it will ask some login details. Okay, if you don't have login, you have to sign up and we can get the login details. Now, in previously I installed the Genie Motion. At the same time, another important thing is first to run the Genie Motion, first it will ask the Genie Motion. Later it will ask virtual box. Here we call it as Oracle virtual box. It will ask Oracle. After installing those two, my Genie Motion will be ready. So you try for Genie Motion. If you not, then I will send you one link how to install the Genie Motion. See, already in my PC I am having a Genie Motion. This is what Genie Motion is. Simply I click on the Genie Motion. It's going to start.
Shravan, do we have to download only or Oracle VirtualBox or any VirtualBox is okay, like VMware?
No. The emulator automatically the Genie Motion is preferred Oracle. We no need to do. Just we have to download. Automatically it will download. We no need to do any extra stuff. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. See, I opened the Genie Motion. These are some different Genie Motion devices. One is the Galaxy S, and one is the Galaxy S4, and a Galaxy custom phone. See, the first one is the name of the device. The 4.1.1 is the version of the device, and the API is of 16. Means 4.1.1 is 16. Next, the last one 480 into 800 is the resolution size of my screen. Just I selected. I clicked on play. I selected. I clicked on play. Now my Genie Motion is starting. For initially it's starting, it will also take some time. It will also take some time. So yes, it's saying starting virtual device. Virtual nothing but looks like a device. Okay, so this is what virtual device. So initially it will take some time to see. It's loading. It may take another couple of minutes. Just I'm minimizing. I'm closing the background window. I'm closing the background window. Okay. See, another important thing is every Android screen contains some buttons. Every Android phone should contain some buttons. The first button here, this button is called back button. The purpose of the back button, when I press this back button, control will go to some one step back. Just I install any motion and I unlock the screen. This is what back button, and this is what menu button. See, the symbol is nothing but menu button. If you have an Android device, you easily can find out the menu button, back button, something. This is what back button, this is what menu button. The back button, the purpose of the back button is simply to go back the one back, and the purpose of the menu means it will open some options, and this is what home button. The purpose of the home button is, here we call it as a home button or recent apps, both are. Suppose I am using one application, but assume the application, I want to close that application, I want to go to the home screen. So in that case, instead of closing that application manually, directly I can press the home button. When I press the home button, see, I'm opening. Okay, when I click this one, I am having some n number of applications. When I click here, I got here. If I want to go to home, just click. Okay, here showing see, this is what, okay, this is what back button, this is what home button, this is what recent apps. So when I press the back button, it will go to back. When I press the home button, it will show the home screen. When I press this button, it will show the recent application, means whatever recent application you use. I deleted that recent application from the stack. So now the Jenny motion was ready. Now what I want to do here, just right click on your project. Now I'm going to run how to run your Android application. Right click on your project and click on run as Android application and have to choose Android application. Right click on your project, choose run as and choose run for Android application. See, in right side bottom taking some time. See, right side bottom. Now your application is going to launch. Now your application is going to launch. Why it's not launching? Right click, run as, run configuration, allows to view whether the target, always, yeah, want to pick up play. See, actually my Jenny motion is not recognized, so that's why Android is creating one emulator. Okay, now I'm going to explain how to create emulator. So now I'm going to explain how to create the emulator. See here below of the source we have two buttons. One is SDK manager, Android SDK manager, another one is Android virtual device manager. Just click on the virtual device manager and I'm going to delete the previous emulators which I created. So to see, now previously I explained about how to create the Jenny motion, how to run. But now I'm going to explain without installing the Jenny motion how we can run. Just see, click on the Android SDK manager, click on the new and type some AVD name. Say AVD name is user defined and given as a Shravan. Next one, you can view the list of devices. Now I'm selecting the device is Android 3.7. Next one, the target is 2.22, but I am selecting the target as Android 4.0.3. This is what CPU. The skin, I don't want any skin. Okay, next one, back camera, this one is blah 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 something I'm entering. Next one, back camera is none. Next skin, I'm not using any skin. And keyboard, yeah, hardware keyboard should be present. The memory means this emulator is occupying 512 MB of memory, and the internal storage means it will create some internal storage for my application. The 200. Next, I click on OK. Next, select that one and click on Start and click on Launch. Now your emulator will be launched. Yeah, now emulator was launched. So to start this emulator, means to ready with the emulator, it may take some couple of minutes. Now I'm closing my the background. Yeah. So maybe the see. Now the emulator is loading. Now the emulator is loading. So now I want to see why the Jenny motion is not working. Jenny motion. See, one time more. On one side the emulator is started. Second side I'm going to start the emulator Jenny motion. I choose the Android 4.8.0 play. See, my emulator is starting. So if you run, if you take this normal emulator, it may take a lot of time. So that's why I installed some Jenny motion here. Just I'm minimizing that. Initializing virtual device. Initializing virtual device. Yeah. Starting virtual device. But my system configuration is a little bit slow. But if you use some later system, the configuration is based on the configuration, the emulator pass will increase. So some people would like to hide all the buttons. Yes. See, yeah. It's saying you are opening, you are doing a lot of work in background, so it's asking you to close something. Now, see, so that is in the jelly motion. So those that take some time to start. Yeah, see, both I started. So jelly motion I started late, but the jelly motion started as early as possible. The in the process of speed is a little bit fast. So, yeah. Now, your one is the Shravan, this is what emulator which is created by me, another one is the Jenny motion. Already here my Jenny motion was is ready to run. Okay, but the emulator what I use still it's running. So here I'm choosing the Jenny motion and click on OK. Yeah. See. Okay. Is what? Clear to run your Android application inside the Jenny motion inside Android. So the dialog I'm getting some from some other applications. Okay, this one. Now, I will in the same class only, I will explain how to run the same project, how to generate, means how to send the same project to some other guys. Suppose assume I created this project. Now I want to send this project to everyone. Okay, my emulator is taking so much of time, so that's why I'm closing that. See. So here I'm going to explain how to export, means how to generate the installation file. To generate the installation file, we have to take some help. Now I'm going to explain how to generate APK. APK stands for Android Package Kit. It's a combination of the classes which you created. Okay, so Android operating in Windows, if I want to install anything in Windows, if I want to install anything, I can install with the help of exe. In iOS, if I want to install anything, then I have to take the help of .app file. At the same time, in Android, if I want to install anything, I can install only .apk, means Android package kit. Now I'm going to show how to generate the APK. How to generate the APK. To generate the APK, first and foremost important thing is your project should not contain any errors. At the same time, so before generate the APK, first we have to better to run your Android project inside the emulator or real device. So to generate the APK, just right click on your Android project, click on export and click on export Android application from the Android folder and click on next and click on see the project name what you selected in your Eclipse. Click on next. See here you have to use the create new key store file. So whenever you create the first time APK file, we have to use the create new key store file. Then where you want to store the key store file? I want to store the key store file on desktop. The name of the key store file I want to give as code force. code force. The name of the key store file. It's a user defined. And click on save. Then you have to give some password. The password I'm giving as Shravan, and the confirm password also I'm giving as Shravan. Next I'm choosing the next. Next we have some alias name. This is also user defined. The alias name also I'm giving as code form. This is a user defined. User defined in the sense we can put whatever you want. The password, some password, at the same time some confirm password. Here password I'm giving as Shravan. Then here another important is here the key store file. The key store file means it contains some information of the developer. The key store file validity is 25 years. This is what must, and some name. And here you can fill some information. Even the without information also it's okay. Organization unit I'm giving as Shravan, and organization I'm giving as name, and city assume somewhat city, and state some state name, and country code. So next the APK file. Now I'm going to generate the APK file. Where I want to generate the APK file? I want to generate the APK file on desktop. The name of the APK file is given as first Android. Click on finish. Click on finish. Now it will generate one APK file on the path of the disk. Means inside the C and user, inside the user it's on desktop. It will going to generate one APK file. The name of the APK file is Android APK. Yeah. See, now I got generated APK. So this is the APK. Now the same APK I can supply to anyone. Means it's the same APK if I run, if I install in my PC. So the same APK I can install in my smartphone. The same APK I can install my smartphone. I can view my screen. Means I can view my application. So to generate the APK, one is the key store. Key store means which contains the developer information. Which contains the developer information. At the same time, suppose, see, I'm having one application, the name of the application is Cisco demo. I want to generate the APK for this application. Just right click on application, export, export Android application, the project name, and click on next. See, here I'm having two options. One is the use existing key store and the other one is the create new key store. Already I have a key store, so that's why I'm selecting use existing key store. Then select the key store. Where I'm having the key store. The key store I'm having on desktop. Then the password of the key store. The password I given as a Shravan, and the alias name also given as a code force, and the password I given as a Shravan. And the browse where you want to generate the APK. I want to generate the APK on desktop. Then click on the finish. Now you can transfer this APK by mail or by USB device, whatever it may be. Okay. Then we have to open this APK. Just you have to tap on this APK on your Android device. Automatically this APK will be installed. Now what I want to do here. See, generally if you want to generate the, after generating the APK, directly we can install the APK inside the Genymotion. So to do that, what is the application name here? The previous application name is what? The card. Now I'm just select, I'm uninstalling that application. It will ask, okay, uninstall. Okay, now after uninstall, once again I want to install. If it is a Genymotion, directly you can drag and drop. So if you drag and drop, the automatically the application was open. At the same time, if you want to run this application, you have to generate the APK file. You have to shift that APK file from your device to, sorry, your system to that device, and you can tap on the APK. Then automatically that application will run. Automatically that application will run.